What's going on, guys? Another beautiful day here. Nasty Racing HQ. We've been just chipping away, making progress on many different projects. We're waiting for the weather to agree with us to go and test Slick Rick. Slick Rick is ready to rock. Actually going to be loading up in the box today. One good once over on everything. The only thing we have left to do for this guy here is make some weight. Got to make some weight for it. We got some weight brackets in the back. Need to get some weight made, and then we should be ready to go test. Hoping, if the weather agrees, Friday, South Carolina, do some testing. That sounds great. Well, enough with Slick Rick. As you guys can tell by the title of this video, we are talking about Hank. We just got Hank back from Gibbons Race Cars. I want to give a huge shout out to John Gibbons and the team out at Gibbons Race Cars, Gastonia, North Carolina. Did an absolutely amazing job. You guys, if you guys have been watching the channel for a while, you will know I've definitely had some struggles with chassis shops before. I've had a lot of projects die, which is unfortunate, but it is what it is, and I try to learn from those lessons. Unfortunately, I'm pretty stubborn and hard-headed, and it takes me a few lessons to really learn. This one here was an absolutely amazing experience at Gibbons Race Cars. We dropped this thing off like 3.5 weeks ago. It was done last week, so in 3 weeks, they completed everything we asked for. And I'm going to open the door, and you guys are going to be impressed. Now, it's not a completed race car because we're going to do some work here at the shop, but it actually looks ridiculous right now because I got the motor plate and all this other stuff sitting there. So let me take this out so then I can show you what we got going on. All right, this looks more better. So we took the car, stripped it down, took it out to Gibbons Race Cars for a 25.5, and he knocked out of the park. The welds on it are great. The fitment is great. The timeline, unbelievable. Just dealing with them has been an overall pleasure. So for those of you guys that don't know this car, this is Hank. This was our street car, and it did its purpose great. Served as a great street car. We did ride-alongs with it. A number of people got to drive the car. We took it on Mustang Week. We drove it on the street. I daily drove it for a little bit. It was a really good, fun car. We were at the limits of the chassis, really. It had a 6-point bolt-in cage, which I have sitting over there. It is for sale for like $400 or $500. Someone just come and get it if you have a new Edge and you want some cage. We know it'll go 4s. Do I recommend it safety-wise? Probably not. But we had some other issues, like it started to rip out the torque boxes because the car was going so fast in the 60-foot, and it was pulling wheelies, and just a really solid, like, bolt-on style LS swap car. Sold all the stuff to Logan. Logan's going to essentially have the same setup, so there's no point to have two of the same cars. Figure if we're going to go that fast or faster, we should have more cage, so we were going to go with a 25.5. And I just wanted, honestly, this is what I wanted. I wanted a very simple 450 car. We could take it to the track. We could have some fun. Multiple people can drive it. Low maintenance. That's the end of it. Just have a nice car in the fleet. Going to put a motor together with TKM like always. I have a bunch of parts from other projects, and then we're just going to have a nice, simple 450, change the oil, check the rocker arms every 6 months car. That's what we were going to have. Well, our record got broken, which records are meant to be broken. Our hydraulic roller LS record was broken. Shout out to Kenny Dangler in the Northern, I think it's Northern Performance. Shout out to them for taking our record. This is what I love about, a lot of people talk shit on the records, but I love the records because it fires up a bunch of people, bunch of companies, and it's competitive, and it's good because it pushes the industry. It pushes, what people can do with certain parts. The hydraulic roller LS stuff, it's great. I think it's great for all the LS people. It inspires people. It makes people want to do better. I love it for that reason. So when our record's broken, we now have to go and reset our record. Do I think we can do it? Hell yeah. What are we going to do it with? This thing. I know what you guys are saying. Well, not a 450 car with a 25.5. Yeah, I know that as well. And I was so excited just to have a nice little 450 car. I can't tell you how, I would say, annoyed I am that we're going to build another race car. Because do we need another race car? No. I'll point like that way to like Devin Vanderhoof's shop. No, we have 3 solid race cars. But I guess we have no choice. So here we are. We're going to lop this thing all to pieces. We're going to cut all apart. I was going to keep it all steel, all glass, just at weight, whatever it was. We're going to go out there and have some fun. But now we're not doing that. So I want to give a shout out to Kenny Dangler for destroying the rest of my already destroyed bank account. And shout out to all of my buddies for talking enough shit to me because now we're doing it, unfortunately. This is my excitement level. Yay. So what we're going to do with this here is we're gonna do the rest of it in-house. We're going to 4-link it. We're going to cut it. We're going to do carbon floors. Kenny's got a paperweight compared to what we had. We set the record at LDR weight, single 98mm turbo. 2770 was our weight when we broke the record. We got the car lightened up later, and we got it down to 2725, but on the single 98. So this go around, we're going to do twin turbos. I'm not going to reveal the sizes just yet. Jose just got them done, and they're going to get sent to us. Yeah, Jose is also a big part of this. So shout out to Jose at Force Inductions. Low-key hate you. He's like, how you going to respond? And I was like, by sitting here working on my other cars. But no, we're back in the LS game. Here we are. So we got some twin turbos. We got a TKM Black Sheep Stage 3 Extreme. I haven't figured out cylinder head yet, what we're going to run cylinder head-wise, because I don't have anything. I mean, honestly, I've gotten rid of a lot of my LS stuff. I don't really have anything laying around. So we got a nice bottom end billet crank MGP aluminum rods, LSR block, solid filled with concrete. We got a set of Johnson 904 lifters. It's going to be a nice variation of the Black Sheep engine. So we just need to figure out the rest of the stuff. But what we're going to do a little bit differently this time is instead of going in as a heavyweight like we always do, we're going to go in, try to make it like a paperweight. So we're going to do carbon tubs, carbon floors, carbon back half, 4-link. So that makes a great opportunity for you guys at home. I want to sell all the suspension off this thing, front to back, head to toe. So we're going to drop the rear end out with the upper lower control arms. I have a set of lower torque boxes to go with it as well, so you can get that. Wheels, tires, brakes. And then I'm just going to drop the whole K-member out of there. So K-member, rack, motor mount, transmission mount, control arms. I'm going to keep the shock because it's an AFCO shock. I mean, you could just run whatever shock you want. I might actually have like a Santa shock to go with it. And then we're going to sell the brakes, the wheels, and tires. So literally, if you have a new Edge Mustang and you want to go drag racing, we'll sell you the column and everything. It's a factory column, but it all bolts up. As you can see, it's got everything there. It was working good. We're going to sell all of this because we're building a race car, I guess, so we might as well order up this nice racecraft shit, spindle mount front end and all that stuff. I mean, if we're going to do it and we're going to actually try to build something from scratch, we might as well build it light. This car right here is going to be very light. That car, I'd say, is marginally light for its weight. Kind of. I mean, it's got what some people might consider a big block. It's got a 41X with a Hartz 140. That thing weighs like 20, what do you say? 26, 25 with me in it. So not bad. That's lighter than the Black Sheep was, believe it or not. But yeah, so that's what we're going to do. So this is going to be the new hydraulic roller LS record holder here shortly. I think, honestly, how fast do we have to go? A low 390, I think, would probably make it pretty tough to beat. So that's going to be our goal. I can't tell you how excited I am to build this. I'm actually excited, low-key. I'm kind of excited because people have been giving me shit for not doing the LS stuff as much, so we're going to be back doing the LS stuff. I've always... Here's the truth. Selfishly, I do the YouTube. Well, I know what you're saying. Well, how selfishly do you do YouTube? I do YouTube so in 20 years from now and 30 years from now, I can show my offspring, hey, this is what I used to do. Hey, this is what me and my buddies did. Hey, these are really cool times in my life. And it's all documented. And so far, it's worked out because even we'll be sitting in the shop late at night. It's 2 a.m. We're all trying to leave, and we're watching videos of the Boosted Rooster pulling wheelies. So it's really cool to be able to look back. So selfishly, I do YouTube that way. I enjoy the journey. This is going to be a great journey. So I am excited to have a start to finish of setting a goal and hopefully going out there and achieving the goal. Do I think that we can achieve the goal? Yes, I think we can. The team that we have now is probably the strongest it's ever been. The companies and relationships that they have are absolutely amazing, and I'm very excited. So, all right, enough talking. Let's just go over what we got here done at Gibbons Race Car. So they did the 25.5. We did an extra wide 25.5 to fit the Race Tech seat, and boy, oh boy, did the guys over at Gibbons deliver. Everything looks great. Everything looks great. The welds on it are amazing. The fitment is amazing. As you can tell, we have a ton of headroom. When I look at a cage on what's good, I mean, look how high and tight that is. It's very solid everywhere. I mean, it's nice. A shitty cage, it would like come up and go like way in, and you can look out the window. Let's sit in it. I haven't sat in this thing yet. The seats obviously not centered. We have to cut the floors out and make seat mount brackets and all that fun stuff. But you can get in the car. Rather nice. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. This is a very, very nice cage. X's in the doors. Now, I know what you guys are saying, like, when this went to Gibbons, our record wasn't broken yet. So I was like, yeah, just 25.5 it. 25.5 does not have floor structure. This car actually has some floor structure underneath, some grudge shit. But what we're going to do is we're going to have to build floor structure now. So we're going to have to cut the floor plates out. We're gonna skin this whole thing. It will be stock firewall. But all this extra shit is going to get cut out, and we're just essentially going to skin the body, attach the body to the chassis. We are looking for a chassis table. So, guys, if you have a chassis table, you don't use it, you know a buddy has a chassis table, or you just have one you want to get rid of, let us know, because we'd like to put this on a chassis table to do it. Yeah, so we're going to cut the floors out. Not sure if we're going to go double frame rail or not. If we're going to do single frame rail, we're really looking to go lightweight. So if we can do it without the double frame rail, we'll do it. If we put the double frame rail in there, so be it. Probably going to run the bar across for the mid plate bolts to it. Transmission be up there. Drive shaft be chilling right here. Exposed transmission. Carbon floors all on this side. Everything in the back. Carbon tubs. And then glass front end, glass doors. I think I'm going to do the Broctic armor. I mean, if I'm going to support someone, I'd rather support local. And Brock's a local racer who does a great job. So we'll do Broctic armor, front and rear glass. I think they're coming today to pull the glass out. And then we're just going to start cutting it down. We're going to see how light we can make it. Look at that. It's got the dead pedal. Is it bolt-on dead pedal? That's pretty cool. Yeah, so that's our plan. As light as we can make it. My goal... Why does that shit look like it's been on fire before? Sucker's definitely been on fire. 100%. 100%. My goal is if we can be sitting on the start line with me in the car at 2,300 pounds, that'd be pretty sporty. So I think that's where we need to be to run our goal with the power plant that we got. We've got a nice bottom end together. Not sure what we're doing on cylinder heads yet. I got to talk to Kevin up at TKM and get a game plan there. And yeah, so this is what we got going on. Big shout to Race Tech Seats, Force Inductions, Johnson Lifters, Brian Tooley Racing, Strange Engineering, QA1, PST, PIG Motorsports, S-Ray Tuning. Who else am I missing? Holley EFI. This is going to be a journey. Oh, Harry's doing the chassis, so big shout to Harry. Gibbons Race Cars, obviously they knocked this out, but so they did, all this stuff is very time consuming. They did an amazing job. We'll take it from here, and Harry's going to do it all in-house, so you guys can be able to see all that. MJS Street Cars, Nasty Wraps and Tint, Southern Diamond Company, Mule City Lube, Southern Rhine Steakhouse, John Dock Recovery, CB Towers, bunch of companies on board for this journey. We hope to have it out here, like, we're getting close with the other stuff. Slick Rick's ready to go to the track. Black Sheep, another 2 weeks, be back, ready to go to the track. Bad Apple, go up to HR Innovation, so that'll leave us time to work on this. Eddie Murphy, Harry's putting the torque boxes in, which we'll show you in the next video, and then that's just streetcar stuff going together. So we have been making a ton of progress, and I'm excited about it. In this thing here, look at the headroom in this. That's serious. If you guys, look, it's gusseted. I mean, this is a very, very, in the price, you can't beat this price. We just took the car to him in literally 2 weeks. He knocked it out. So big shout out to all the guys over at Gibbons. They did an amazing job. John Gibbons over there is awesome to deal with. And kind of doing a little bit backwards because we didn't intend on going full race car with this. I mean, obviously, this is full race car to a lot of people, but compared to Slick Rick, this is not full race car. So doing it a little bit backwards, but I mean, it is what it is. We didn't plan on having to build another, high 3, low 4-second car, but here we are. You force our hand. We're coming in hot, so this should be fun. And hopefully, in a perfect world, obviously Kenny and them, they got their car running, so they're going to be testing. The record, I assume, will be dropping here shortly. But what I think would be really cool is if we got the car done, that we can go and take the record, and then a couple weeks later, they take the record back, then we go and we take the record back, and we just go back and forth, obviously ending with us just asserting our dominance and setting it where no one else can touch it. That would be cool. But, you know, we'll see. Oh, shout out to Circle D Converters. Can't forget them. Proline, I get parts from them as well, and we run their motors. So, yeah. I just let you guys into my head. I normally keep some stuff close to the chest, but we're just letting it all hang. We're going to get the doors ripped off this thing, get the glass out of it, start gutting it. We need to get a chassis table, get it up on the chassis table, order the 4-link stuff. I think we're going to try to repurpose the rear end out of the old bad apple, make sure it's all square, cut the ends off it, narrow it. Already got wheels and tires. We're selling all the suspension off this, so if someone's looking for suspension for a new edge, please hit me up. Rear end, complete, anti-roll bar, wheels, tires, brakes, front end, K-member, lower control arms, wheels, tires, brakes, and a front strut. So check them out. Thank you guys so much for watching. We'll see you guys in the next upload.